You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I said nods in the back of the room. Cool.
So Bruce, you've got a very interesting story after you came to Salesforce and started going through the PPO program. As Mike mentioned, there's always a referral of 3 different partners that might be a good fit.
Right, right. Okay, so there's 2 parts of the presentation. I'm going to tell you how we ended up picking Code Science, which is a pretty cool story. And then Melissa Leppin, where are you? Say hello to everybody. Be friendly. She's going to actually demo the product. And so I actually got a phone call from Salesforce, and guess what they wanted to do? Sell me Salesforce, right? So we had a nice conversation, and I said, well, really, you should have a meetings.com app in Salesforce because you have hundreds of thousands of customers. I'm sure they book a lot of hotel rooms. We book hotel rooms for a living, so if you need to book 5 rooms, 500 rooms, 5,000 rooms, you can work with meetings.com. So we said, we think you need to have our app integrated with Salesforce. And the sales rep who I talked to said, not so sure, but I'm going to introduce you to the App Exchange people, which was very smart. Introduced us to the App Exchange people, and Alex Douglas, Jay Camp, just to do some shout outs. And Alex Douglas did a review of our product. This is obviously taking weeks. And she signed up on our product. She said, listen, we could definitely use this in Salesforce. So then we said, okay, great. We build it ourselves. We're a development shop. And our team said, no, we should hire a third party. So Alex said, went to Alex and said, recommend 3 developers for us. So we got names of 3, Code Science being the 3rd name. The first one I called up, I said, here's what we want to do. Here's the product. We started talking on the phone. And at the end of that first conversation, that particular company said, it's going to cost you $500,000. So I said, that's going to be a very short conversation. Nice to know you. So away we went. Then we went to the second developer and did the idea, did generation. We had some good calls. So after a period of time, they came back to me with a price, and guess what it was?
$500,000.
$500,000. So I said, okay, well, you guys are crazy, right? So, excuse my language, but I guess he said that on the phone. So I said, like, we're a development shop. We know what this costs to do. I said, like, what are you thinking? So we're talking to Brian at the same time. Now, Brian is doing the same process, doing idea generation. He's talking about the product. And he's coming at last with a quote. What he doesn't know is that we've killed, number 1 and number 2. He doesn't, of course, I'm not going to tell him that. I said, but he sounds like a reasonable guy. Never seen him, never met him, just talked to him on the phone. But I said that he seems like a reasonable business person. So then Brian comes out with a price. What do we show the slide?
Yeah, so, well, it's right up here, price less than 40.
Okay, so but by this time, we were running, the clock is running, right? So we have to get this thing launched in 6 weeks. So when we priced this out internally, we said 30 to 60K. That was our number. It said 30, if they're super good and they're reasonable, 60K if there's some extra resources added. But we have 6 weeks to get launched. And the big difference here is that Code Science has a fantastic relationship with Salesforce. Yeah. So it's the combination of knowing us, understanding the product, and knowing Salesforce and getting us through security review. We actually launched the product 2 days ago. So it's not you were
It's also a sign of how bad the Salesforce is. There was easily 20,000 more right there. And the other guys were like 10x. So
all right. Well, I know your boss is here. Sorry. But we know how to fix that. I'll save you 20 grand in hotel rooms. Okay, listen. Melissa, you ready?